engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up, churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank, fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's
throttle down, cowboy, open her up.
He's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and running on his horse. He's going the distance.
Just keep it smooth, brother.
Full speed. He's going the distance.
All right, well, we just kicked off the 2023 race season, and it was actually the longest break I've had from racing since I started racing. We hadn't raced since November at the Baja 1000, and we won that one three times in a row, which was awesome.
The expectation this year was to do how we ended last year, first and second in whatever order we came in, and beat third place by an hour. That was kind of that's where the bar is at for 2023.
We jumped into the season, started testing, and trucks both were feeling great. You know, kind of the typical, you know, Placer City 50 to 100 mile test, and we're back ready to get started for the 23 season. And then we, you know, headed down to Mexico. We're pretty strategic about, you know, wanting to see the course 3 to 4 times. You know, you got your scout lap, you got your then you kind of scout around, look at all the different lines, all the different options, and then you go around again and you mark those lines and kind of decide, okay, we're going left, we're going right, that flows good, it doesn't, all that kind of stuff. So Jason Duncan, my co-rider, and I are kind of figuring that out, and then you got to get around to at least a 3rd or 4th time to practice hitting those lines. So it was kind of a little bit stressful. We got off to a little bit of a late start, you know, 1 or 2 days behind, and we had gotten so much rain that everything was swiped clean. I mean, trees, bushes were gone, rocks were moved, sand washed away. What used to be the good line was no longer the good line. It was like, wow, there's a lot of work to put in down here. So I remember, you know, the nerves hadn't set in for qualifying until like 8 p.m. the night before, and I'm like, I got to wrap my mind around this. We're qualifying tomorrow.
No mistakes, that's going to be key out here today. The biggest goal of today is just to get 2 trucks in the top, I don't know, 6 or 7. I think that's a good starting spot for the San Felipe 250. We're going to drive hard because we kind of have no choice with the competition we have out here.
1, go.
Qualifying is one of those things where, you know, you got to be on your game. It's mentally getting into it. You know, it's, okay, we're going to go practice this lap once. Duncan's going to mark his notes. I'm going to pull that computer out. I'm going to just watch my in-car, focus on how to drive this course fast, memorize this course. It was a new qualifying area, which was super unique because we had never seen it before, and it was kind of like a medium to high speed track. And that was mentally tough because when we went out for our practice lap, we tried to run a good pace, and it was kind of sketchy because you didn't know, if it was just a sweeping turn or how much it was going to tighten. Even though you do have the GPS and your co-rider calling it out and stuff, it was pretty tricky. You know, it's kind of ballsy to have to go run at 110% pace, only seeing a brand new track one time. Mentally, you got to be in it for qualifying. You need to save 0.1 seconds 100 different times. You know, you bobble once, you're out of it. You're mentally not in it, pushing the truck to its limit, confident in what you're doing, you're out of it. We were kind of saying, like, we're okay with the top 5. We don't need to go win this thing. Well, that, along with maybe a little bit of lack of focus on qualifying, we ended up qualifying 4th. I was okay with the starting position. Starting 4th was great. I knew we had 3 really fast guys in front of me, and I'm like, that's great. I want to push them. I want to be right behind them anyway. But at the same time, I was bummed because I got smoked by 8 seconds, and I just, didn't really put too much thought into it yet. Later that night, I went back to the motorhome and really thought about it. I watched the in-car, thought about the truck setup, thought about a couple of my decisions that I made, and it quickly all added up in my head of, here's what happened, and I know how to fix it. You're in a great starting spot for race day. Turn your attitude around, we gotta go racing.
The speed is getting faster. These trucks are getting, the trucks are incredible. They go so fast now, so you have to just constantly keep pushing yourself and telling yourself that the truck will take it. The truck will go through the big bumps. They have the horsepower, they have the capability to go through it. You just have to mentally tell yourself that the truck will take it. Last year and the last couple years, I've really pushed myself and driven the trucks to their full max, and I think that's shown in the results and then qualifying too. I've done a lot better in qualifying over the last year, just because I've just psyched myself up a little bit more. And the trucks that we have now are very, very capable trucks. They're easy to drive, they're fun, they're fast. They can get you in trouble if you're not paying attention, but they are incredible machines.
Thursday before the race. We go out, we do a full lap. Confidence is starting to come back a little bit, and then we decided, you know what, we're gonna do something we don't usually do. We need to go out and pre-run on Friday, the day before the race, when usually, you should be kind of set up with your notes and know where you're gonna go and mentally be confident on the course and all that kind of stuff. Well, I wasn't, so I said, we're gonna go out on Friday. We gotta go check some stuff out.
Pre-running was looking very, very good. Course was looking very challenging, but we were up for it.
At noon on Friday, we're out there on the race course, and we're out there on a section called the Mini Summit. It's the big uproar of the race was the Mini Summit. Absolutely brutal road getting there. Some of the worst whoops I've ever seen on any race course getting there. So we go through those, just get beat up. It's like, oh God. I'm tired, I'm beat up, it's the day before the race, I'm starting to get anxious, my body's tired, my mind is tired, I'm just tired, I'm like, let's get through this. So we go there, we spent an hour and a half on the Mini Summit, walking down it, picking our line, do we want to stay a little bit left here, I want to hug this rock, and then I want to climb this rock, so my drive shaft will clear that rock. I mean, literally analyzing the course down to the inch. This is it's a 250, 280 mile course, and we're in this section analyzing it down to the inch of where I want to be.
We were ready for it. We moved some big, big rocks. We were super ready to tackle it.
Long story short, we spend an hour and a half or so there, pick our line, we get back in the truck, we fire it up, and we get a call on the MSAT from my dad that, hey, SCORE has canceled this section. We're not racing there. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. My thoughts on it were a couple different things. One, I applaud Jose for trying something new. Something we haven't raced since the 90s. He opened it back up, he got some new race course. That's what we're always asking for. So hats off to him to doing that. but it was an extremely tricky section. And when I say tricky, you know, people were asking me, and to me, some of the section wasn't necessarily about talent or skill. The rocks and the boulders that were in the road that you had to climb over, it was a lot of luck, whether or not that was going to take out your drive shaft or bang your door or beat up your truck. You know, so that to me where I was like, God, this is a little bit sketchy. I was a little bit bummed that, you know, we had spent time and that I wanted to race that section, but it was probably a good decision. So 12 o'clock before the race, they say, we're going to go run this 40-mile loop. When I saw the 40-mile loop, I just kind of smiled because I was like, I know that 40 miles like the back of my hand. I got a good line. Every inch of that way, I'm off the course on a good line, and I've got it memorized just from years past and stuff. So we go, we see it once, and me and Duncan are just kind of like, game on. People are scrambling. People are, you know, jumping in their pre-runners to come up. People are out there pre-running at midnight the night before the race. And I was out there at, you know, 3 or 4 p.m., nailed my lines, and I was like, okay, you know.
We were very, very ready for the race. And so 2 weeks ago, we were excited to go pre-running, and hopefully we could keep the momentum going that we did at the Baja 1000. I mean, we wouldn't be where we're at without our team and the guys that we have in the shop. And additionally, we have a great group of friends and family and volunteers that come down and help us. They're just as dedicated as Luke and I are, and my dad. We're very, very fortunate to have that.
We're gonna run today, we're gonna run smart, but we're gonna run faster than everyone. And you know, not gonna put the race on the line, but I wanted to make sure everyone knew we were the fastest truck out there.
We're going to apply some pressure and hopefully be back here round 2 for some bottle service.
We're at San Felipe for the start of the San Felipe 250, and it's a beautiful day. Everyone's fuel strategy and race strategy kind of went out the window now, so it's going to be an all-out sprint, and we're excited. We've been pre-running a lot. We've been looking at a lot of new lines, and we're really, really confident. And we're on, again, the BF Goodrich tires, which I think are going to be the best tires here today, and we're ready to go.
We're excited. We got a great starting spot. We're fourth behind 3 really fast guys. We won this thing last year by being smart and just driving the pace we know we can drive, so we're just going to go out and do that again and see how it works out.
We're kind of sitting there on the stage, and me and Duncan are talking about the day. You know, we're going to run this pace, we're going to do that, you know, just kind of getting our breathing in, just focusing on getting ready to take the green flag. And we're up on the stage, and Toby Price had gone. He left first, and Tava Vidosla is in second. And he's at the start line, and me and Duncan are watching him. And the green flag drops, and this guy just hammers the gas, pulls the thing up onto 3 wheels, burning out the tires, takes off the gas. I mean, the timing, he wasn't even through the timing tower yet. He was gonna hit it fast, but it was just like, and we just started laughing. And I told Duncan, I said, it's gonna be that kind of day, and we're gonna be a part of it.
3, 2, 1, go! 83 off the line.
The second I hit the dirt and the speed zone was off, I was up to the lights on the rev limiter, just go, 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 let's go.
Left 5, right 4, left 4 after the bush. Stay left, and then you're going over the jump. And then stay right through the hill. Stay right. And then stay left, sharp ledge, left.
Unfortunately, I had an issue happen very, very early in the race, something out of our shop's control. Mile 2, my power steering seized up. Couldn't drive the truck. And that early on in the race, you know, trucks are going by every minute. I mean, I could see our hotel. I could see where I went to bed the night before the race. So I wasn't very far. Didn't break a sweat. I think I was still tightening my belts. Where we broke was early. What we broke was super, super small. The part that broke, it maybe cost $1, which is, I know, it's just such a bummer. But I wasn't really ever in the moment of the race. I never was in contention to win. It was so early that when it happened, it was like, okay, plan B, just get to the finish now, because the finish determines the start of the 500, and that's huge.
So we push hard right off the bat, which isn't a strategy that I usually do, but it's just the strategy we took. And I said, you know what, let's bunch up these 3 guys, let's put some pressure on these guys and be here, you know, and let them know we're not just gonna, you know, settle in and deal with things at race mile 100. We're here, you know, and let's go.
Great airplane. Great airplane. Great airplane. Great airplane. Throttle down, cowboy. Open her up. Right, line up. Good, go, go, go. Right 6 over airplane. Right 3 through. Straight over airplane. Was he stopped? Stay right, straight through.
Eventually up by El Chinero, Tavo pulls off with the flat tire. We get by him, I'm like, okay, 1 down. Tavo's down. We got Bryce, who's my #1 competitor, still in front of us, and Toby Price, who's a strong competitor as well.
Stay right, straight through, rock center, and then stay left 4 inside. Good job. Stay right 5.
Hey Duncan, you got a copy on Mario. You are 30 seconds.
Rocks in the left berm.
Second place of Bryce.
Stay right, rocks in the left berm. 30 seconds behind Bryce.
Tavo is 43 seconds
Right
off of
6
your
airplane.
back door, Duncan.
Tavo's 45 seconds behind us. Left 6 airplane, right 5 airplane. Caution, rock, sweeping left 3, rock inside.
10 miles later, Bryce is pulled off with a flat tire. Like, okay, this is settling in nice. You know, by race mile, I think probably race mile 70, we were 2nd truck on the road.
Left 4, blue dot, and then stay right, rocks on the right inside. Right 5. Jump left 5 over. Stay left of the bushes.
83 race, 83 race.
Check up right 4 down.
Price is 1 minute and 54
1 minute.
seconds in front of you.
1 minute, 54 seconds in front of us. Big rock on the right. Straight through. Straight over airplane. Straight over drops off airplane. Straight over airplane. Straight over airplane. That's good. Got it. Watch for rocks, caution. Rocks both sides, and then a right four, caution. Stay left. Stay left. Toby's done. I think he's done. Tight right 5, rocks outside, blue dot. Hey, let's keep it smooth, brother.
Yeah, I gotta slow down a little.
Yep. Slight tightens with rocks, blue dot. Tight left 5, shit on the right. Good. Post on the road, left.
83 race, you all in the lead truck. No one in front of you.
Right 4, left 4, blue dot.
We started 4th by race mile 90. Here we are, we're out front. We've settled into our pace. I went by Toby and I had told Duncan, I said, okay, it's time to slow down. We gotta slow down. You know, we did it. We ran all the way up to the front. We put time on everyone. I did what I needed to do. We're out front. Now what I need to do is back it down to 80% and drive this truck around the race course.
I think 75 or 80 vehicles got in front of me within an hour and 15 minutes or so. So not a great start for the 23 truck, but we bounced back and passed a lot of trucks, passed a lot of vehicles broken on the side of the road. San Felipe is just so harsh on equipment, and it looked like a graveyard out there, passing trucks and passing broken down vehicles, and we just kept moving. We had no other issues other than our steering issue at mile 2. No flat tires, thanks to BF Goodrich tires. We hit some big rocks too. I was looking at the tire pressure monitoring system on my dash, thinking I'm gonna have a flat tire. I just nailed a big rock. But no, they held their own and no other issues.
Back up right. All good. Back to the left. Right 5. Check up into the zone. Right now.
We clear Borrego. We get down to our main pit, and the guys just did an amazing job. We stopped, took 18 seconds of fuel, filled it up, filled the truck up. We take
Good.
off, we get a split. I think Tavo had lost a little more time there. Once we got to the south half and we had a 5-minute lead, I was like, okay,
Right 5.
you know, I just got to hit these quick washes and we're going to
Left
drive it
3
home.
through the ditch. Lock out 5. Left 3 through. Had about a 10-minute lead, and I was like, that's when it started to creep in my head that, oh wow, I gotta drive this thing in and we're gonna get San Felipe again, you know. But it's not over till it's over. You know, this race has just a long history of being brutal on cars, breaking cars. I watched my dad in the early 2000s lead this thing all the way till literally one or 2 miles to go, broke a CV, lost the race. So that old memory is kind of in my head. We're beating up through old Portecitos Road. We're cruising. We're only going about 70% on the truck. But I'm just like, God, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Jump and stay left.
left 3. This is 83, we're at the finish. Dude, fucking killed it! Back to back! Yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Had a clean day, we didn't make any mistakes, hit our marks, and looks like a couple people had a few issues and we capitalized on it, and yeah, nice clean run, and here we are, number 1.
Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better day. We came out the start, we charged hard, we picked up time on the guys I wanted to, we took the lead early, we drove smart, we didn't have a single flat tire all day. The same tires that left the starting line finished. We didn't change tires in the pits or anything. We just kept moving all day. So that's what Baja's all about. It's about, you gotta be a good driver, you gotta be fast, but it's about the team and the equipment and everything coming together and just having a flawless day. If you have a flawless day in Baja, you're probably gonna win.
We ended up 15th. In hindsight, think about moving forward, just getting some seat time, getting some experience behind the all-wheel drive. Got to pass a lot of trucks, which was something I haven't done in a long time, because when you're with the front runners, it's very difficult to physically pass somebody because everyone's so fast. So that was fun. And then just an opportunity to just get more comfortable with Roger, who rides with me, and working on our notes. We're trying to hit our lines and just kind of going through the motions. I'm very excited about this year for not only racing, but I'm getting married in a month, and exactly a month from today, actually. And so life is really good outside the racing world. So I'm excited about that. Racing's a great year. I have Josh Diano racing with me again at the Baja 1000 and the Baja 500. We're excited to team up again. He's a great teammate. He puts in equally as amount of effort as we do. He has all the resources and the people to surround him to do a good job. So he's a good asset in that regard, and can't complain. I'm just gonna drive these trucks as hard as I can.
This year is special, is definitely unique for me. We've finished the 250 in first. That's how we're gonna start the Baja 500. However, I got a baby girl due 10 days before the race. So the focus is on that now. And then the truck will be at the Baja 500. The number 1 will be starting first no matter what. It may or may not be me driving. I hope it's me driving. My wife hopes it's gonna be me driving. But we're waiting on baby Celine. So that's unique, and something to really be excited about and proud about, and put racing in the background a little bit. Just focused on having your first baby, right? And then hopefully we kind of get in a groove with that, and then it's on to the Baja 400, which I say year in, year after. The Baja 400 is all about the Baja 1000, and we have a unique opportunity set forth for us to go 4 years in a row. It's been done 3 times in a row by only 2 people, Rob McCackard, my teammate, and Larry Ragland, and nobody has ever done it 4 times in a row. That's definitely in the back of my mind, but the only reason I do this is because I love it. And so I'm very fortunate to do that, and we're gonna take it day by day. Whether it's family, racing, or whatnot, it's day by day, and we gotta put in the work.